Azerbaijan starting ethnic cleansing of Armenians, ambassador.
Here's a summary of the article.
Azerbaijan is engaging in a full-swing ethnic cleansing against ethnic Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh, the country's ambassador-designate to the European Union has claimed. Now there is a full-swing ethnic cleansing going on, Balayan claimed. Balayan also criticized the EU, which he said could have introduced early warning and preventive sanctions against Azerbaijani officials, whom he described as having been pushing for war and ethnic cleansing at least for the last several years. Azerbaijan said it was executing an anti-terrorist operation and launched attacks against several targets in Nagorno-Karabakh. The EU's strategy of equidistance between Armenia and Azerbaijan has failed, he wrote online. We must now act quickly and decisively to prevent ethnic cleansing in Nagorno-Karabakh and an attack on Armenian territory. The humanitarian mission failed in its objectives as Azerbaijan did not want to let the delegation pass.
This post received a score of 3,800, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
These images should belong in the last century. Did we not say, never again? Yet it keeps happening over and over again.
It's easier to have a slogan than to actually act on it.
Thoughts and prayers. Concerned and outraged.
I for one am anti-genocide. Disturbingly, we're lucky to even hear that sometimes.
I can't believe this bullish tea is happening and mofos beyond here splitting hairs between genocide and ethnic cleansing. SMDH.
If you are splitting hairs on genocide and ethnic cleansing, mass murder is on the table, no doubt. Jesus Christ.
Right.
I know this is a bit of a crazy idea, but what if we just didn't genocide people anymore?
That's expecting far too much from our species.
Obviously most humans aren't pro-genocide, yet we somehow elect a leader into power somewhere every once in a while that tries to carry out a genocide. The bullshit that's happening in Myanmar right now. What's up with the human race and genocide? It's always going on. There always seems to be some state-sanctioned genociding happening, and it's too prevalent to be labeled a coincidence.
There is an NYU professor of historical sociology named Georgi Derlaguin that gives good talks on things like this. Here is a link.
It's funny how many here are raging about NATO, EU, USA doing nothing, and meanwhile Russia, who swore to protect it, does nothing. Pretty obvious that people turn blind eye to this fact.
Greater than it's funny how many here are raging about NATO, EU, USA doing nothing, and meanwhile Russia, who swore to protect it, does nothing. Pretty obvious that people turn blind eye to this fact. I think it's more indicative of what people expect from Russia, only bad things. Backstabbing an ally is the least of their crimes.
This has to be stopped. The Kremlin will make sure Russians think Armenians are at fault. The CSTO is beyond a bad joke with an ally like that.
This is horrendous. Appealing to the international community after partnering with Russia for the last 30 years shows their desperation.
Meanwhile, EU is purchasing more and more gas from Azerbaijan, and will double the purchase by 2027.
A lot of it is just repackaged Russian gas. Azerbaijan is more important to Russia than Armenia because Azerbaijan is helping Russia circumvent oil sanctions.
It's like the 20th century never happened, or perhaps no one learned from it. This century there has been multiple cases of ethnic cleansing, genocide already, and we're still only in the 2020s. It's terrible.
Is there any evidence that we can see to compare it with Bosnia as he claimed?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.